Hello, good morning everyone, Rich Wong here. I hope you guys come here after watching my Panasonic Lumix S5II review, but if you haven't, of course, you should go check it out after watching this video. So in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the most exciting brand new feature that comes with the Panasonic Lumix S5II, and it is called Real Time Lut. If you don't know what LUT is, it stands for Lookup Table. It is a tool video editors use to transform the colors of their video footage into the colors or the look they want. LUT is usually a very important part of the color grading process, either to convert colors from one color profile into another or to create the artistic look that the video editor wants for their video. But with this real-time LUT feature, I think it would actually benefit photographers just as much as videographers. So let's start this video by giving you a quick demo on how to set up and use this real-time LUT feature on the Panasonic Lumix S5II. Okay, to set up the Panasonic Lumix S5II to use this real-time LUT feature is actually very easy. First thing you need to do is to install your LUTs onto your camera. You need to copy your LUT files onto the root folder of your memory card. It could be either the .vlt format or the .cube format LUT file. If you don't have any LUTs, there are lots of LUTs that's available on the internet. In this video, I'm going to use the LUTs from the company called Gamut, as they just sent me a pack of their LUTs just a while ago for me to try it out, and I used these LUTs during my recent trip to Tokyo and really liked the results. I have a link to their website below if you're interested in checking out their LUTs as well. But if you want to try with some free LUTs first, Panasonic has 30 plus LUTs available on their website that you can download for free and use them on your Lumix S5II. I will also put the link to the Panasonic website in the video description below. Make sure the LUT file extension is .vlt or .cube so the camera can recognize these LUT files. Put the memory card into your camera, then you can go to the camera's setup screen, go into the settings tab, image quality, and then find the LUT library item. Click into it. You should see there are 10 user customizable LUT slots available, which is more than the previous Lumix cameras, which I believe only has 4. Pick a slot that you want to use, click into it and then load, and choose the card slot that has the LUT files, and you should be able to see the LUT files that you have on the memory card. You can load it onto the camera, and that's all you need to install the LUT onto the camera. Now, if you have more than one LUT, you can just repeat this process and select the other slots and other LUT files. Right now, I have the Kinect LUT pad from Gamut, and there are 5 different LUTs in this set, so I can just load all of them onto my camera. And once I load the LUTs onto the camera, I don't need to keep the LUTs on my memory card anymore. I can format the memory card, swap it to another card, that's okay, because the LUTs are already stored inside camera's internal memory. Okay, to use the real-time LUT feature, now I just need to go to the photo style setting in the setup menu, then find the real-time LUT photo profile. The real-time LUT photo profile uses the vlog as the base photo profile. Scroll down, there is a LUT select option. Then I can choose any of the LUT that is installed on the camera from the previous step. Once you selected the LUT, the camera will apply this LUT over the vlog base photo profile. And you can see the results, the exact colors, the look that you get from the LUT through your electronic viewfinder or the LCD screen in real time. And that's why this feature is called Real Time LUT. Of course, you can just change to another LUT to try it out if you want. And when we record the video, the LUT will be applied and baked into our video file. But actually, this feature is not just for videography. If we go into the camera's photo mode, we can do exactly the same. I will want to talk about that more in a minute because that is a really exciting feature for photography. Since the real-time LUT photo profile uses the vlog as the base photo profile, so this is great if you have a LUT that was created for the vlog photo profile. But what about if my LUT was designed for other color profile, maybe it's for Red 709 or something that is more generic? That's okay, I just need to go to my photo style photo profile instead. There are 4 of them. One quick thing I want to mention first is we can save and name any of the My Photo style if we want. This is an optional step, but that would really help us to manage and memorize the different photo profile that we have created. But anyway, in the My Photo Style menu, the first item is the base photo profile. So we can choose almost any of the standard photo profile that is available on the camera, and that will be used as the base photo profile, and then the LUT we select will be applied on top of that. And because we can see the result immediately, I can try out different combination of the photo profile and LUTs and see what gives us the look that we like the most. And because My Photo Style also has a bunch of other adjustments that we can set, so we can further fine-tune the results that we want. For example, we can dial in more or less contrast, make it more or less saturated, or maybe leave the shadow a little bit. So this is basically how we set up and use the real-time LUT feature on the Panasonic Lumix S5II, and I'm pretty sure we will see this feature on other Lumix cameras in the future as well, because it is just such a useful and powerful feature. If you are a videographer, the most obvious use of this feature is that you can apply your color grading without having to do any editing yourself after you shoot the video. This is great for professional users who want to deliver some footage to their client quickly but still have their own colors and look from their own LUT. Even if you don't want to bake in the LUT because you want to do your color grading in post-processing anyway, it is still a very useful feature because you can just test out some different LUTs and immediately visualize what's the results that you are going to get from this LUT. You can see if the LUT works well or not before you even captured it. So once you find a LUT that would work well, that you really like, you can then turn off the real-time LUT feature if you don't want to bake it into your video footage. And if a video production team is shooting with cameras from multiple brands, for example, your team mainly using Sony cameras, but you really want to add a Panasonic Lumix S5II to your setup because, well, its IBIS is just so much better, which you would know if you have watched my S5II review. But anyway, if you want to do something like that, one problem is that the Lumix S5II's color may look quite a bit different to your Sony because every brand has their own colors. But now what you can do is you just need to find a LUT that can transform your footage from the Lumix color to match the output of the camera from another brand, and by using the real-time LUT feature, you would apply that in camera. That will make the video editing and color grading workflow so much simpler because the video footage from your Lumix will now have the very similar colors as your Sony or Canon or any other brand of camera. I'm sure there will be companies or community that will provide this kind of LUTs once the camera is released. Actually, there may already be LUTs like this exist out there. I have to admit I'm not really an expert in this area. So if you know of something like that, please drop a comment below and let me know. For casual videographers who can't be bothered or don't really know how to do color grading on their footage but want to have some different look for your videos, you can use the real-time LUT feature and let the camera apply and bake in your LUT for you, so you don't need to do any color grading yourself and you still have that special cinematic look straight out of camera. And for photographers, I know a lot of JPEG shooters, they prefer to shoot with camera from a particular brand because you may love, say, the Fuji colors or Olympus colors or Canon colors from the camera JPEG. But with this real-time LUT feature, you can basically get any particular look or colors from the camera generated JPEG because this feature works in photo mode too, and it would bake in the results to your JPEG file. You just need to find the LUT that will give you the look you want, and the best thing is you can try out different base photo profile with your LUT to adjust the look, and you can also switch between different LUTs by just a few clicks. So you can have the Fuji Velvia film simulation for this landscape photo, and then the next portrait photo you're going to take, you can switch to another LUT to give you, say, the Canon skin tone, and maybe the next photo is a photo of your cat, so you can switch to another LUT that gives you the Olympus colors. Not too sure why you need to choose Olympus colors for cats, but anyway, during my trip in Japan, I did quite a bit of street photography using the Lumix S5II, and I loaded some of the LUTs I got from Gamut to try out this feature, and I just really love the results I got. The JPEGs are beautiful and has the look that I like. Being able to preview the results before I even capture it means I don't really have to guess what is the best camera settings for this particular LUT. For example, some of the LUTs may work better if I underexpose the photo a bit, and some LUTs may require us to change the white balance to slightly cooler or warmer. We can adjust the camera settings and immediately see the results in real time, and that just makes it so much easier to get the perfect shot in camera. And another really cool thing is, if you are shooting RAW plus JPEG, you can reapply the LUT in camera after we shot the photo. So maybe we chose a LUT that make the photo, the colors a bit too saturated, or skin tone is just a little bit too orange, and we don't really like it when we look at the photo a little bit later on. We can just go back to the photo and change to another LUT, all done in camera as well, and just through a few very quick and simple steps. So even if we are on a holiday trip and don't have access to our computer, we can still play with different LUTs in camera and create the JPEG that we like, and then we can send it to our smartphone using the Lumix Sync app and then post the photo onto the internet without even have a computer. Now, these are just some of the usage that I can think of for this feature during the last month when I was using it. If you have some other ideas, let me know by dropping a comment below. After using this feature for a while, I have some suggestions on how to fine-tune and improve this feature. First one, when we are selecting the LUT that we want to use for the real-time LUT feature, we go into the menu system, and in the LUT selection menu, in that menu, we cannot really see the result until after we select the LUT and go back to the main screen. So instead of that, I would like to see a preview with the highlighted LUT that you currently select in the camera and apply that LUT immediately, just like when we are going through the different photo profile, that we will immediately see the result. The current implementation is okay, but I think if we can instantly see the result of the LUT as soon as we just highlight that one, it will make choosing the LUT even easier. And the second thing, as I mentioned before, you could reapply a different LUT if you took the photo with the RAW plus JPEG option, as the RAW is the unprocessed version without the baked-in LUT, so I have a LUT applied version and an unedited original version. I would like to see something similar for the video mode as well. Right now, if you enable the real-time LUT feature and you are recording video and recording to both of the card slots at the same time, the LUT that you chose will be applied and baked into the video that is returned to both of the cards. So what I want to see is an option for the user to choose so that they can have one of the card slots, the video that is saved there, is the original version without the LUT applied, so that they can have one version for fast turnaround that already has the LUT applied, but they can also have an original version without any baked-in LUTs. So for example, if they want to do their own editing later on using the original unedited vlog photo profile footage later on, they could do that as well. Now, these are just some of my suggestions, and I have no idea how hard is it to implement that. My second suggestions would probably require 2 image processing pipeline in parallel or maybe very quickly in sequence, something like that. I'm sure that won't be very straightforward at all. I'm not surprised if the engineers at Panasonic, who are much smarter people than me, has already thought about that. But anyway, I have to say the current real-time Lut implementation on the Panasonic Lumix S5II is already very good, especially consider this is the first time ever I see such a feature on a camera. It is definitely one of my favorite features on the Panasonic Lumix S5II, and once I finish creating my review and all these other video for the S5II, I will go and find some more LUTs and then try them out on the S5II. As I mentioned earlier, I did some street photography and also video using this real-time Lut feature when I was in Japan. So if you want to see my results, check out this video. I hope you will like it as much as I do.